Okay, I've sifted down a couple of stacks of the gravel, and this is what we netted. The reason why I also wanted to do gravel instead of sand or dust is because with gravel you get diamonds and emeralds, which is something that I know I'm going to need, especially the diamond, fairly soon, and same with the lapis as well. If you pull up sand, for example, and look at what X Nilo does. There you go. Okay, sand gives off the yellorium, which we'll need for a big reactor. Cerdus quartz, which we're going to need for applied logistics later on. But as of this point, I really don't need those main pieces. And all the rest I can get from gravel. I don't need saltpeter. Certainly don't need cactus seeds. That I might need for, I think you can get mycelium from that. I'm not entirely sure. And then with the gravel, not the gravel, the dust, it's that also has some unique, there it goes, dust. Oh, there it goes. So you get the blaze powder and bone meal and redstone, which we're going to need, and skystone dust a little bit as well, and glowstone. But at this point in the quest book, we're after copper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump all of this in there. Keep the gravel out. I'm going to need that. And looking for the copper. So what we'll do now is we'll grab a hammer. Might just be able to get enough uses out of that. Combine those down into gravel. And because we need the dust for the quest, what we're going to have to do is crush this down with a hammer. There's the hammer. And the gravel will give us, what are those? Those are crushed copper ore pieces. And then we combine all those together to make up copper sand. And then we crush those down with the hammer. And the hammer just broke because perfect timing. Let's grab ourselves, quickly make up another hammer. We got some stone left. Yeah, we have got some stone left over. Let's do that. Just make ourselves up 2 hammers for now. And we'll crush the rest of this down. Crush you down. And that was enough to get the quest complete. And we'll just crush this last one as well. Doink. And that gives us copper ore powder. And you can smelt that to make copper ingots. Let's get our quest book out. Since we complete the quest. And quest done. And that gives us a hammer, which is not entirely useful, to be honest. And I guess pick out a higher rarity one. Let's take that one. Done. Next on the list is going to be clay. Let's put that chance cube away. And we'll put our quest book away. And we'll stick that in there for now. And we'll put the copper ore in there for now. And same with that bit of copper ore. And let's find out what we got from our chest. A bucket, a turret base, which I'm not going to use just yet. Plutonium, no idea what that's used for. And main rune bottle, which we'll use later with Botanica. Stick those in there. Now this flux hammer, it's sort of useful. It will, if you put down gravel or sand, like so, you can vein mine that with the flux hammer, and boom. Nice, but it takes off some of the energy that you can see in the bottom left corner. So it's only got a finite use until we can charge it back up. What it doesn't do, and the reason why I don't really like it so much, other than the fact that it uses up charges pretty quickly, is it will not vein mine cobble for some reason. If I try and do that, nope, won't have it. And I've got no idea why it won't use that. So I tend to just stick with the regular hammers. I'll make up some iron hammers now that I've got a whole ton of iron. In fact, actually what I'm going to do is I'll take all this broken iron and I'm going to convert that down into the gravel, like so. I've got 2 bits left over. Let's stick that in there. Now I could, as you just saw, break that down even further into broken ore and then sand and then dust, but you're only going to get an extra 1 or 2 pieces, and I really honestly don't think it's worth the time. So I, being the lazy toad I am, just smelt it straight down in that form. And I'm going to smelt down a little bit. What I really need to do is get all the Tinker's stuff going, so we can double up the ore, or start doubling up some of the ore, especially when it comes to like gold. But for now, I just need a couple of pieces so I can make up an iron hammer. Because what we need to be doing now, so have a quick look at the quest book, see where we're meant to be going. We're meant to be in clay, aren't we? Clay is, we need the barrels. Focus on what I'm doing, because what I'm going to do is I put my barrels underneath the platform, and that way when it rains, they don't fill up with water. And I think for now, I'm just going to stick them like that. And what we have to do is fill those with water, which we got a bucket. And then we need some dust, which we can take sand. And if we hammer down the sand, like so, boom, we get a bunch of dust. And we're going to take our bucket, run downstairs without falling off the edge, fill up each of these, so, and put the dust in, converts it to clay, or clay blocks. I'm not really widen that. I'm going to fall off that before I know it. Let's get a couple more. Just going to need a bunch for to make the Tinker's stuff anyway, so it's not like we're not going to use it. And that's why I wanted to fill in the bottom of that hole. Otherwise, I'd have been off on my way down again, which is not a good thing. So let's just get this a little bit done and fill that one in. Get some more barrels, I guess. Wouldn't hurt. I think that one might have fell off the edge. I'm not sure. And the last 2. And do that and that. Okay. Let's go back up to the top where it's nice and safe. Or safe-ish. Take a look at our quest book. See what it actually wants us to do first, because this new stuff is very funny about what you have in your inventory. Yeah, see, I needed the clay. If I'd have broken that down straight away into the next component, I would have had to have done it again. Let's check the rarity. Let's take the middle one. Claim that. Or is that a part 2 part quest? Nope. Nope, that was done. And now we can make up the crucible, which will allow us to get us some lava. So we need porcelain clay and the unfired crucible, which is easy enough to get. Let's check what we got from our loot bag. Portal spawner, not very useful. That all coming useful later. The division sigil. Never used one, so I think it's to do with unstable ingots, but I'm not sure. And another bucket, because, well, why not? Bucket's always useful. Oop, no, don't put that in there. Trying to keep my inventory semi-sorted. Like all the ores in one and junk in the other. Eventually this will be sorted out even further. Let's just dump that in for now. Put the chance cube away. I'm actually going to throw the hammer in there because I'd rather just use up these regular ones. Then I can make up some iron ones. And we need to break the clay down into the clay chunks. Do that with the hammer. Boom. That gives us a whole bunch of clay. And then did it ask for porcelain clay? Yes, it did. So we have to get the bones that we took from the earlier reward, convert that into bone meal, and then make 7 of these, 6, 7, into porcelain clay. Had we not had the bone meal, that would have meant we'd have to get the mob grinder going a lot sooner, which I didn't really want to do. That's still melting down. That should be enough actually for now. Let's keep that just in case we need it for later. Put that in there for now. And let's check the book. Okay, actually updated that, and then we can make that into a unfired crucible, and that should complete that part of the quest. I think there's a... Yeah, and then the next part, we need to get the lava bucket. So we need to cook up that unfired crucible, which will take just a second. Dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. And then if we put that, grab a torch, until we can get some lava or some netherrack. And we'll just put that... Oh, I don't know. Just for now, let's just stick it here. For now. Stick a torch there. Hopefully I'm not going to fall down this stupid hole. Should be okay for a little while. And now that's at melting speed of 1. If we put some cobble in there, which I think we got a little bit left over. Yep, still got some cobble. A bunch of cobble in there. Let's fill that up. That will slowly melt down to lava. And at the moment, we need 1,000 millibuckets to fill up a bucket, and it's at 22 or 23. So that's going to tick away a little bit slowly. So while that's doing that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let's have a look at the quest book, see if there's anything we can do while we wait. Could make a watering can. That's easy enough. So take a look at the recipe for that. Iron, a bowl, and we've still got a piece of bone meal left over. So we'll take the bone meal. Get ourselves a bit of wood. Convert that to that and make up a bowl. And we'll get some of the iron that we've got. And we'll make up the watering can. Oops. Press the wrong button. There you are. Stick that on. Claim out one of those. Clear out that. And we'll complete another quest. Let's claim 25. Let's claim the middle one. And we're done. And then we can also quickly make up the juicer. Let's grab a piece of charcoal. Put that in there and smelt down 3 pieces of cobble. 2, 3. Ooh, no, need 3 pieces of that. And while that's doing that, let's look at see what we got in our loot chest. And ooh, pistol. Haven't seen that before. Divisions, dimlets. We'll need those till later. I'll take the chest piece. Actually, that's not a bad reward chest. Gives me a little bit of armor. Let's put the pistol away for now. I'm not really sure what you need for ammo on that. Let's put the dimlets away. Nether quartz we'll put in our resource chest. Turrets, I think, will be used later in a quest. We can put the rest of that away and that away. Put the nasty chance cube away. Don't need the bucket right now. Let's put the rest of that away and that away. And let's grab our stone. Make up a pressure plate. Put that on top of that. And that makes up our juicer. And we can claim the... That's unlocked immersive technology by the looks as well. And quest complete. So we'll claim... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cherries. So we can make a cherry tree. Claim that. Done. And then next we're going to work on the wheat farm. To get some seeds, wheat, flour, bread, toast. And I think that living root, if I'm not mistaken, you can make seeds out of that. What I want to do first is grab a regular sapling and make that into a cherry tree sapling. Just like that. That will give us a bunch of dirt left over. Yep. Let's build you out of the way. Let's put you over here. Just like that. Stick the cherry tree there. And we'll just let that grow in its own time. Actually, we could twerk it up, I guess. Does that work with that? Actually, I don't think that works. No, I don't think it works with those saplings. That'll give us an infinite supply of cherries, which all means we can do this, take the juicer, and the cherries that come off it, make cherry juice. And that is our food problem sorted out. If we get, what I'll do is get some more of this living root without falling off the edge and without losing it over the side. Hopefully. Yep, got some. I need 4 pieces, but I'm not entirely sure. I think if I combine 4 makes into a sapling. I thought it made it into a seed. I guess not. Maybe I got that wrong. Let's have a look. No, I actually want to make seeds, not. So we're a ways off that. Certainly a ways off that. I'm not sure. See a sag mill we don't have. We can sift dirt. I think we're gonna have to sift dirt to get it. Yeah, okay. I thought we could use the living root, but we can't. Let's put that chance cube away. And let's go. Let's grab the bucket out. I'm gonna need that for the lava in a minute. There you are. Nope, don't need all of you. Go back in there. Let's check the progress of the lava. Starting to smelt it down. Should dump a little. No, I don't got any more on me. Still a little ways to go. And so let's plan out what we're going to do next. That we can't do till we get some seeds. I'm a little ways off that, I think. I think the next stage is... We're waiting for the lava bucket for that. You can't check what you need to do anymore, which is why I don't like this quest pack, or this quest book, as much as I like the old one. The old one allowed you to look down the tree and see where you were heading to, so you could plan out a little bit more. Mob grinder, I'm waiting for... What am I waiting for? I think it's this one here, the cobble gen, will give me the builder's wand. So I don't really want to start on that until I've done this. So basically, I'm waiting for the lava. So, unfortunately, I think that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and if you could see your way to hitting that like and subscribe button, I would very much appreciate it. Until next time, toodles!